Welcome back to the Fortune and Glory playthrough. We're playing against the Crimson Hand. We have Lee and Angel desperately trying to get 20 fortune before the Dark Brotherhood of Evil. The Crimson Hand gets to 15 points. They are at 12. We have 14 fortune. It is time now to do initiative. And we'll see who's going to go first this time. Lee is white, Angel red. And it looks like Lee is going first. Angel has rolled a 1, which means she gets an event card. And her event card is, it belongs in a museum. Oh, this sounds good. Play on any hero when they sell an artifact. That hero collects no fortune, but instead gains 2d6 glory. Or play to automatically pass a lore test, even if the dice have already been rolled. That was not what I thought it would be. I was hoping it was going to allow us to put one of the artifacts that the Crimson Hand has away, but it didn't. Darn it. Okay, well that was initiative. Let's now look at movement and see how far. Maybe Lee can get more than one. All right, white for Lee, red for Angel. So Lee can move 5. That's a pretty good distance, and Angel can move 4. Okay, so as far as movement goes, Lee is up first, and she can move 5 spaces. Now I think I want to get her, this is getting tough decisions here. Give me 1 minute, I'm going to decide where they're going to move to. Okay, I've decided. Lee is going to move up here in Siberia and try and collect the shadow of the monkey god. There's currently an acolyte sitting there collecting successes, so we're going to see if we can shut that down. So she's going to move 1, 2, 3, so she has easily enough movement to get there. And now it's do or die time. The Crimson Hand is getting so close to winning that I think it is time for a frontal assault. So I'm going to take Angel. Her 4 movement, she's going to go 1 and 2. She's going to go right into Paris. And she's going to hunt down that dark sanctuary and try to put an end to it. So if she can successfully get in there and shut it down, that may give us the edge we need to possibly win. Anyway, let's get into the adventure phase and see what happens. Okay, up first is Lee, and she is in Siberia, and she is going to be looking for the shadow of the monkey god. There are 4 dangers that need to be passed in order to collect this artifact, and her first danger is, she heads into a gambling den. That doesn't sound good. It says, choose a number between 1 and 6 and roll dice equal to your cunning. If any of the dice rolled your number, the danger is passed. If not, the test is failed and goes to a cliffhanger. Wow, that's a real random thing. And this is from the Treasure Hunters expansion. So this, instead of just a straight check, she must roll her cunning. Her cunning is 3, and I have to pick a dice. Wow, that's sort of interesting. All right, let's get 3 dice for Lee, and we'll pick the number 2. Oh, and we've got 2 of them. All right, we have passed the first danger. 2 potential glory. Okay, let's get those out here. And we have 1 success. All right, we've got to press on. We have an acolyte sitting there. We don't have time to waste. Second danger is a high-speed car chase. Okay, and it's a deadly test, which means she can double exert to roll extra dice, and it also means she has an agility 5+, and she needs 2 successes, and this needs to be done with 1 roll. So her agility is 5. Wow, we really want to make this happen. And she needs, you know what she's going to do? She is going to play an extra effort card, and this is play on any hero to give them +2 agility or +2 combat. So she's going to use it for +2 agility, giving her a total of 7 dice. So she's going to roll 7 dice, which let's hope that with 7 dice rolled, she can get 2 5s. We really need this. And we've got, lots and lots of successes. So she absolutely hammers the high-speed car chase. No problem at all. and it was a deadly test. So she's past that danger. It is worth potential of 4 glory. So now she has potential up to 6 glory. That's 2 successes, 2 more, and she scooped the artifact right out from the Acolyte's hand. Oh man, here we go. Next danger, an airplane chase. Okay, it's an agility test, and she only needs 1 6. Well, she has agility of 5, so she is going to roll 5 dice. That's not bad, but she needs a 6. Oh, come on. Come on, we need a 6. And she gets the 1 6. That is really good. Another. This is the 3rd one now passed, worth a potential 3 glory. So we're going to collect the 3 glory and put that out here. It's getting a ton of glory now. Okay, and that's her 3rd success. If she passes the last danger, then she will collect that artifact. This is what we need. Okay, and this is now quicksand. Okay, and it's an agility test, double success on a 5+. Requires an extra success while in the jungle. Well, luckily for her, she's up in Siberia, so it's only 2 successes on agility. Boy, she's been getting the agility test, and this is good because she has 5 dice. She needs 2 successes on a 5+. Come on. No! Oh, that I think just cost us the game. So, unbelievable. She does not manage to do it. And she's into a cliffhanger over your head. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? So she's sinking out of sight. Perhaps we will find out what happens to her if we survive this round next time. So she goes into a cliffhanger. Unfortunately, the 9 glory she was trying to collect goes away. However, she does have 3 successes on that artifact. She just needs to pass this cliffhanger next turn, and that will be the way to go. All right, give me a minute. We'll go into the Dark Sanctuary and see if Angel can infiltrate the place and take it down. Okay, we're back to Angel. She is attempting to attack the Dark Sanctuary. There's lots of microtext here. In a nutshell, what it means is you must pick a number, 2 numbers, between 1 and 6. And for every number that you picked and you roll, you must fight or sneak past an Order of the Crimson Hand member. And they have a search value of 6 for the Dark Sanctuary. So, wow. Let's give this a try. We need to roll 6 dice. And she has to pick 2 numbers and hope we don't roll those 2 numbers. I'm just going to say 1 and 2. Okay, we've had 2 1s rolled. Now she has the driving gloves, and it says once per sneak test. So she's trying to sneak in here. You may force a single die to be re-rolled. So we're going to force one of these 1s to be re-rolled, and let's hope we don't get a 1 or 2. We get a 1. Okay, she has to fight the Order of the Crimson Hand or sneak past them twice. All right, and here is the Order of the Crimson Hand. And okay, so, and then I believe she's going to sneak past them because they have +1 fight, and it's just too hard to beat them. So she's going to try to sneak in, and so she's going to escape them, which is basically getting away from the 2 of them to infiltrate the Dark Sanctuary. So she needs ability 5+, 2 successes. All right, if she doesn't get 2 successes, then she is going to be attacked once by the Crimson Hand. Okay, let's see if she can escape the 2 Crimson Hands. Her agility is only a 3. However, with the driving, with the adventure boots, she gets a +1 agility. So that's going to give her 4 dice to try to sneak past the Crimson Hand. She needs 2 5s or higher. 1. Darn it. That does not work. However, their attack, and she doesn't get to retaliate on the attack, their attack dice are 2 +1 for their special ability now that they have. So they get to attack her with 3 dice. Oh, it's not good. 3 dice. and they hit twice, but she has a defense of 1. So she's going to take 1 wound. That's okay. Well, we're going to keep trying to sneak or escape past them. She gets 4 dice. She needs 2 5s. And she gets a 6. Now, this is just not working out. Okay. And they get to roll 3 dice for another attack. She is not having good luck escaping from these Crimson Hand guys. And they do not hit her at all, so that's good. All right. She's going to try to escape from the first crew again. This time a 6 and a 5, so she's escaped 1 set of Crimson Hand. Now she has to do it again. If she can escape past the second crew, she will have infiltrated the Dark Brotherhood, or the Dark Sanctuary. And she gets 2 5s. So in fact, she has escaped from the 2 Order of the Crimson Hand goons that were chasing her. She has successfully infiltrated and gotten past. She's successfully attacked the Dark Sanctuary. All right, so let me just consult the rules, and we'll see what we're going to do now that she has infiltrated the Dark Sanctuary and gotten rid of it. Okay, Angel has made her decision. First of all, Dark Sanctuary, see you later. She has managed to get rid of it. What she has decided to do is take any fortune that the Crimson Hand currently has. They have 1. So we're going to add that to her pile. She now has 10 and Lee has 5. They have a total of 15. That's good. Now we get to move the villain track back D3 or 1 to 3 spaces. So a roll of a 1 2, it'll move back 1. A 3 4, it moves back 2. A 5 and 6 is going to move back 3. Let's hope we get a high roll here. A 6. Excellent, excellent roll. That means the villain track, instead of being at 12, goes down 3 now. Knocks them back to 9. That was an excellent, excellent turn for our adventuring heroes. All right, so they now have a total fortune of 15. The Crimson Hand now got knocked back down to 9. However, it is time now for the villain turn, and as we know, that's always a thrill. So let's get on to the villains and see what they can do. All right, unfortunately, we must go to the villain phase, which happens now. So what's going to happen now is Crowley's up first. He has found the temple. He gets 5 dice to search with, 3 for his base value, and he gets a +1 search for each artifact the Crimson Hand has, and the Crimson Hand has 2 artifacts. So that's 5 search dice for him. He has 4 wounds of a possible 7. So let's hope he rolls 3 1s and knocks himself out. Let's see what happens. 2 1s and 2 successes. So he's going to take 2 wounds, which is getting him up to 6 wounds of 7 and 2 successes. So he is going to plunder 2 fortune from the temple. Actually, it's called the Tomb, the Golden Sun. So there's the 2 fortune scooped, which is not too terrible. Let's hope he rolls poorly next time and gets knocked out. Okay, next up, we have, unfortunately, the Inquisitor is coming back into the game, but he's not going to be able to do any searching this time. So he comes out, and he's going to come out on the Mask of Power. And oh no, he's not, because Joey Smiles is there. So he is going to come out on the Book of Ferox, which is over here. All right, that's the next highest one. So we have 3 villains on the board now. Not good. However, he doesn't do any adventuring, any searching. However, Joey Smiles here, over at the Mask of Power, does. And he has a search ability of 5. So let's hope we get 5 1s. Well, he takes 1 wound, but he gets 2 successes. So we'll stick a wound on him. Now I think he has 6 wounds. So that's quite a bit. So he probably won't knock himself out. But he does get 2 successes. So that artifact, you need 5 successes to collect it. So 2 successes for him. That's not a whole lot. All right, that is the villain adventure phase. Of course, I completely forgot to do the first step, which is the villain event. So we're going to do that first. And it says double cross. All allies must immediately make a loyalty 4+ test. Well, we don't have any allies, so we don't care. For every ally discarded in this way, move the villain track forward 1. So this is actually a good, good for us because we have no allies villain event. So sorry I did that out of order. That should have been the first thing. However, I was so worried about all of the villains on the board, I did it first. So sorry about the order. Should have been a villain event card. Then it should have been, well, and then it should have been outposts. So I did that out of order too. This is called doing things out of order. However, we are going to roll for the outpost now. I really jumped the gun with these villains. Okay, outpost. On a 4, 5, 6, we get another acolyte showing up. So yes, we do. We get a third acolyte showing up, and he is going to come out on the Book of Ferox, helping out the Inquisitor right here, because that's the lowest cost one that does not currently have an acolyte on it. All right. Now it is supposed to be the villain adventure turn, which I've already done. So luckily things didn't get too messed up with me going out of sequence. Let's go over to the artifacts and see what's going to happen over there. Okay, here we are at the artifacts, and of course it is the beginning of the end phase. And at the beginning of the end phase, we must add successes for each acolyte. So unfortunately, the acolytes now have the added power that each time they get a success, they actually get 2 successes. So that's unfortunate for us. However, they're not going to collect anything. And sorry, what I forgot to do here was Crowley had 2 successes here at the tomb. So we put 2 tokens on there. Now there's going to be 2 more tokens going on. So the first one is going to put a collapse token on there. So now there's 2 collapse tokens on here. Now if it doesn't collapse, we're going to roll 2 dice to see if it does, then it will get 1 more success token put on it. So let's have a look here. Does it collapse? A 1. It in fact collapses. So the Tomb of the Golden Sun self-destructs. However, the acolyte, before it self-destructs, does collect 2 fortune because he had 2 successes. So he goes away with the collapsing tomb, and the fortune that is left on it goes away, and this entire thing goes away. All right, that's pretty good. And of course, what's nice about it is Crowley just happened to be at that temple. So he gets crushed as well. Goodbye, Crowley, you loser. Anyway, this villain now is knocked out. So he will be delayed because he was in a temple that collapsed. Excellent. So he won't be coming out on the board anytime soon. All right. So that takes care of one acolyte's actions. The other one here is going to have 2 successes on the Shadow of the Monkey God. Now that's where Lee is right now. That's not enough to grab the artifact though, because it's only 3 successes and it needs 4. And over here on the Book of the Ferox, it needs a total of 5 successes, and we only have here 2 successes from that acolyte. Okay, not a great thing, but now we have to refresh the artifacts, and now we're going to get the Helmet of the Ancients. And you have to pass 3 dangers for this one. It's worth 5, and we have to find out where on Earth this is going to show up. And this is going to show up in the Amazon jungle. Okay. So I'm going to put the token over in the Amazon jungle. Boy, there's lots of artifacts popping up over there, next to where Joey Smiles is. All right, now we have to go over to the Crimson Hand headquarters and see if they've made any progress. Okay, here we are at the headquarters, and as you can see, they have 4 fortune. They're going to cash in 3 of them for 1 point, bringing them to 10. That's better than 12. We were able to knock them back quite a bit. Okay, and I believe they did not collect any artifacts this turn. So all they did was cash in 3 fortune for 1 victory point on the villain track. So they're sitting at 10, and our adventuring heroes are currently sitting at 15. So let's go back to the board for a quick recap, and that is going to be the end, I believe, of turn 7. Okay, here's the recap for the end of episode turn 7. A couple of corrections to make. When the Inquisitor retrieved the artifact in turn 6, he should have come back to the headquarters in the delayed position. I put him in the ready position, which means he came out this turn. He should not have. So he's going back to headquarters. He's now in the ready position. And of course, the thing that I always forget when I do a temple collapses, I forget to roll 6 dice and see how much damage the villain takes. Now, Crowley already had 6 wounds on him. If he takes 1 more, he won't be just delayed this turn, he'll be knocked out. And there's 1 more hit. So indeed, Crowley, once the temple collapsed, is knocked out and not just delayed. So he's going to be coming out a long time from now. Anyway, currently our adventuring heroes have 15 fortune, and the track now for the villains is only at 10, so we've kind of moved ahead of them. They only have 1 villain on the board. They do have a couple of acolytes, though, actively looking for artifacts. However, we have Lee and Angel doing very well. Lee's in a cliffhanger. She may be able to scoop the Shadow of the Monkey God next turn, and before the acolyte of the Crimson Hand can take it. Anyway, that is now the end of turn 7. I hope I've corrected all the little mistakes, and sorry to have the villain phase completely out of the wrong sequence. However, I think it worked out all right. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for turn 8.